All right, man. I'm hello. This is episode 22 of the Sharp Note. This is my second time trying to record it because I was like a minute into the first time trying to record it, and I got like a system notification, like it was the Windows sound. So I know I'm restarting. Okay, this is episode 22 of the Sharp Note. I'm your host, Blitz. Uh, Yeah, this is not a podcast. This is just me talking about things, not a podcast. Um, and I just be talking about life and music. Those are the two main things. Uh, and then just anything else on my mind. Um, so how are y'all? How are you? How's your day going? It's my day's going well so far. It's been a nice day, relaxing day so far. I tell you what though, last night, I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple drinks and then I was going to the restroom and I fucking stubbed my toe and oh, it hurt so bad. Oh my God. And I didn't think it was that bad. And then it was late, so I climbed into bed and and then I was like, "Bro, why does this hurt and feel weird?" And then I like turned my flashlight on, like my phone light on, and it was bleeding, bro. My whole toe was bleeding, and it still hurts now. This is the morning, next morning. It hurts, bro. This is stupid. This is dumb. I don't like it. But it was my own damn fault. I knew I shouldn't have. I put something in the way, and I hit it with my toe, and I knew I should have known that was gonna happen. But that's all right. That's all right. All right. The reason I'm recording this podcast, I saw a thing, and I was like, all right, I gotta talk about that. I gotta talk about that on the sharp note. So obviously, I make music, right? I make beats. Um, and I'm not trying to. I'm never gonna pretend like, oh, I'm so amazing. Oh, I can do stuff that blah 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 whatever. No, I'm like my beats are okay. They're pretty. Honestly, they're very mediocre. My most of my beats. Some of them I'd say are decently good, but I have. I don't think I have yet to hit the nail on the head where like, okay, that's an amazing song, right? I have yet to do that, where someone can objectively say that's an amazing beat or that's an amazing song. I feel like I've gotten somewhat close, but there's a big difference between actually doing something amazing and just doing something like pretty good. So, and I like my music. I think it's good. And I'm a big believer that if you should enjoy your own music or you should enjoy your own creations. And but I saw a thing and people were in the comments saying basically it was a video of this dude. He had produced this beat and he was showing it to like a couple rappers and whatnot. And the producer was the only one rocking with it. Like he was, grinning, like bouncing to it. And the rappers and like his posse were like, they were like not into it at all. They were just like, and they were kind of like smirking at him, like basically laughing because like it was just not a good beat. It's objectively not a good beat, and this dude was like, I don't know, he was just so hyped for this beat he made, and it's just not good. And then people were in the comments, and they're like, "Oh, as long as you like it, that's all that matters. As long as you like your own music, that's all that matters. That's all that matters." And I don't agree with that at all. Because, yeah, okay, like I said, let me go back for a second. I do think that is an important factor. Like, you should like your own music, but that is not all that matters. Like, that's like saying if you make a piece of artwork and everybody hates it, but you like it, that it's a good piece of artwork. No, because if everybody hates it, then it's not a good piece of artwork. And there is objectively good and bad like art, and music is just another one of those things. There's objectively good and bad music. And if you make a beat that you're the only one that likes it, well, maybe you have a problem with your taste or your, you know, like there's an issue there. Now, like, all right, don't get that messed up and to say like, oh, just because this one rapper didn't like it means, like it's terrible. No, like, okay, someone can, like, it's very, like, not everybody's gonna like your music. And so if there's a lot of people that don't like your music, that doesn't automatically make it bad, but it's a good indicator, I guess. It's not like there, one man's trash is another man's treasure, but sometimes that treasure just sometimes it's just trash. Like sometimes it's just straight trash, no matter what man you go take it to. Um, so yeah, I try to produce my stuff. Like, look, I know like I said, I know I'm not like the best in the world or anything, and my stuff like there are many other people who can do what I can do, and then way better. There's a lot of great musicians in this world. Um, but I try to gauge the opinion of other people. Like I said, I know like not everybody's gonna like your music or like your beats or whatever that you make. Um, but you should still take into account their opinion because if one person doesn't like it, well, you can say, okay, well that person like that type of person who listens to that type of music, they just happen to not really enjoy my music. But then there's bound to be a crowd of people who would enjoy your music or would enjoy your artwork, whatever you're making. It's just not that specific, you know, type of person or that group of people. But yeah, like I was just like people are just so ridiculous. Like people are so um what's the word? Like, what am I trying to say? They try to. It's honestly, I'm not even being funny. It's a coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism for making bad stuff. Whereas if you just can recognize what is bad and what is good, then you would always be improving. And that's what I try to like when I make something bad, tell me it's bad. Like don't say, "Oh no, that's good. That's good." Cuz then that's going to give me a false positive of like and it's going to push me in the wrong direction. No, if I make something bad, like tell me it's bad because I don't want to make bad music. And I'm not like we're all human, we can't like just automatically know like okay, this is bad, this is good. That's impossible. Like I'm going to make bad stuff. Every person does, dude. Like Kendrick Lamar has made bad music, and he's like considered one at at the top of the game right now. Um, but it's about consistency and just always improving. Like I said, so it's just a coping mechanism. People don't want to actually get better at whatever they're doing. They just want to coast and cope with the fact that they couldn't actually get any better. Um, and that's the thing. That's not even. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like you could get better. You just don't want to push yourself to be better. Like you just want to cope with like, oh well, I like it, so you know what? If other people don't like it, blah blah whatever. No, like you okay, you can like it all day long, and there is value in everything. Like in everything you make, there is value in it. But don't like hold yourself back from making better music that more people would enjoy and more people would recognize as good. Like that's why would you hold yourself back like that? Like I said, it's just like a coping mechanism. So anyway, I just felt I had to say that. Like I was scrolling through it was Instagram and I was looking at this thing and I'm like, yo, like people are just ridiculous. Like they literally they want to just like they're too people are too empathetic or sympathetic. I don't know. I don't even know which would be um the proper term. Like, just people are too, yeah, like sympathetic with things. Like, it's a I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just kind of one of those things. If you get what I'm saying, you understand. But if you don't get what I'm saying, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you're probably one of those people who's too empathetic or too sympathetic. Like, I don't know how else to tell you. But if you get what I'm saying, then I respect you. Um, and I appreciate it because I don't know. I know I'm not explaining it the best. But yeah. Anyway, and look, just because you make something bad now does not mean you're gonna always make bad stuff. But if you like cope with it and you're like, oh well, I like it, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. Well, whatever. Like, yeah, you're gonna continue to make bad stuff. But if you learn from it, like there, and see, the thing is you can find value in every. Okay, you made something bad, but there is value in it. There's value. There is some sort of value in it. If you like it, there is something you like about it, right? So take what you like about it and remove all of the stuff that people don't like about it. So enhance everything you like about it and remove all the stuff you like other people don't like about it. Because like 9 times out of 10, there's bound to be something about it that people would like if it were just done a little bit better. But you just didn't happen to not have the skill to do it better. So, um, it's an iterative process. Like, you have to just go through those iterations of, all right, I made something bad, but this is good about it. This is bad, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But this is good, so I'm going to do more of that. And you get better. And then the next thing you make is a little bit better, a little bit. Sorry, yawn. Everything you make is a little bit better than what you did before. Yeah, man. It's really not rocket science. People act like it's so difficult. It's really not that difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is like making music is not like the easiest thing to do in the world, but it's also not. Again, it's not rocket science. Like, you're not trying to put a man on the moon. All right, you're not trying to. I don't even know. Like, you're not solving um like you're not trying to do surgery, like brain surgery or some shit. Like, it's really not that difficult to just make something decent worth listening to. You just have to push yourself and to do just good things, like to make good products. And that's the thing. People, they're like, "Oh, well, if you like it, then it's fine." No, but like, the product matters. What you produce does matter. Like, the final product is that's really honestly that's all that matters. Not really how you did it or whatever. It's like people don't really care about that. I mean, they do to a degree, but not real. Like, it's not like the most important thing. The most important thing is the final product. What did you make? What did you do? And you can justify what all you did with, how you did it or why you did it or blah 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 whatever. But that stuff just doesn't really matter. It's just the final product that people really care about. Cuz that's what, like, all right, if you're making a song, how you make a song is great. Like that's a cool aspect of it. But if it's a terrible song, then it doesn't really matter how you made it. It's just not that good of a song. So, um it's the final product that matters. Like cuz that's like if it's people aren't going to add it to their playlist and be listening to it. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm not going to lie, like sometimes that's not the goal is for people to listen to it. It's just for to do something different, make something a different way. Like that's, like not every song is going to be a hit and not every song is meant to be a hit or like uh I don't know. Not every yeah, you get my point though. Um but it's just one of those things you gotta actually make good stuff. But not everybody can do that. And not everybody's willing to put in the work to do that. Anyway, yeah, how you guys doing today though? I've been talking already for a little bit. I want to make like an intro little beat or something for the sharp note and maybe like an outro or something. And I'd like to do like some like background music or something, but I just don't really know what to do yet. And I'm working on other projects. So I don't know what to do yet. I'm thinking about doing something like something like old news station music, like some lo-fi basically. Um to just throw it in the background and just have it playing in the background while I record these. Just so it's not like silence in my voice. So there's like some other type of sound. But also, I don't know. Something about just um having it, silent and just me talking. I don't really know which one to do. Maybe I just do like an intro and an outro for now, and then I don't know, have something in the background later on. Yeah, I'll probably, I don't know. I don't know, but like having something in the background would be good. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do, but we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. I'm thinking about I don't know. So I have this room where like my PC is, where I like have my sound system and I produce stuff. Um, but I don't have any like soundproofing in here at all. I just have like random stuff kind of around that like helps with soundproofing. Like I have my jackets on the wall. I guess that helps. I don't know. I'm really not sure, but I'm thinking about getting like some sound panels, or what are they called? Like soundproofing acoustic panels? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's right. Um, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not worried about it right now. It's really not necessary. It ain't that necessary. Not right now anyway. I don't need all that. You really don't need much to like start produce. Literally, I like most of the stuff I do is just on a laptop. I just have a laptop and like I have this Akai MPK Mini, which helps, but it's really not necessary. I don't use it every time. I know, and I know that's like a cliche to say, like, oh yeah, all you need is a laptop, but it's so true. Like, literally, just get a laptop, get a DAW, start messing around. It's really all you need. Don't get me wrong, like the other stuff helps, but it's really not necessary. The only thing I would say is like necessary is some type of audio interface, just so you can like plug in a microphone, plug in an instrument to record stuff, or plug in your headphones, or plug in like some speakers or something. Like having some type of audio interface is helpful, but again, it's not completely necessary. It just makes it a little bit easier. So yeah, just having a good sound system really is like I guess so. I'm kind of going back on what I said. I said all you need is a laptop. A laptop's great. You know, that's the first step is you need a laptop. You need some type of computer. But then you're gonna need the next thing you need is a sound system with some like decent monitors, like studio monitors, and a decent set of headphones, and get a Bluetooth speaker. And then if you have a car, that's great because so I always test every beat that I make on like my phone, my sound system, my Bluetooth speaker, my car, and then like anything else I can test it on. Just to get like a range of like where people would be listening. Because if you like if it sounds good um, on a Bluetooth speaker, it may not sound great on in the vehicle. But if it sounds good all the way around, then you probably got a pretty good mix. Um, that can sound pretty decent on uh, whatever sound system you want to put it on. And I'd also recommend getting like a mono speaker of some kind. I don't personally have one right now. I wish I did, but I just don't. I need to get one, just so you can hear what the beat is like in mono. Because like if you're panning stuff and doing stuff in stereo, it yeah. Anyway, you get my point. But yeah, so get a laptop. I have a Sony amplifier. It's the I don't even know what model this is. It's just a Sony amp. It's really nothing crazy. Um, it was like I think I got it on sale, and I was like, yo, I cannot pass up that sale because it was like $50 off or like $100 off or something. It was a pretty good deal. So I got this amp, and I got some bookshelf speakers, and I have these like other set of speakers that I think I said this last episode, but I use them kind of as tweeters. And yeah, so these bookshelf speakers plus these other speakers, they together it has like a good, sound. Um, and I mix off of that. And this Sony amp is cool because I have my computer plugged into it, but I could also do Bluetooth or like plug other stuff into it if I need to. There's like multiple, inputs. Um, and I can plug my headphones into the Sony amp, so that's cool. So I can like check a mix on. Oh yeah, that was another thing. Uh I have my sound system here, phone, Bluetooth speaker, car, but then also headphones. Check it on headphones. And if you have like Apple AirPods, check them on those. Because like a lot of people use AirPods. Um, I just have this one set of headphones. I used to have AirPods, and then this is the stupidest thing. The stupidest thing I've ever done. I don't know how or even why or or what happened. So I had my AirPods. I was walking from this place. I was working on like my coursework for college, and I was at this like student center, and I was walking back to my truck. I think it was my truck. Yes, I think it was my truck. And I had like finished up what I was doing, and I was walking, and I had my AirPods in. When I get to my truck, I throw my bag and whatnot in, the in the back of my truck, my book bag and whatnot. And I don't know, I don't even know what I did, but I put my AirPods away, um, and then they're gone. I put them away somewhere because I had them in my ears, walking, and then when I got to my truck, I like put them in the case, and then I, what happened to the case after that? I have no clue. But I got like I went where I needed to go after that, and I like did anyway. And then later that evening, I was like, wait, where are my AirPods? And I check on like Find My iPhone, and it says in that parking lot that was the last place. Cause when I put them away, that was the last place. And yeah, where they went, who knows? Only God. I have no clue. They literally just disappeared. I had them 1 second and then I didn't have them the next second. I have no clue what happened. It made me so mad, but it didn't make me that mad because I had already had those AirPods for like, I don't know, like 5 years or so, maybe six. So I had used them for a long time. I had used those AirPods a lot. So basically what I'm saying is I got my money's worth out of them, but it still pissed me off because like they were still good. I could have been using them today. And this was like I think like a year or two ago now. Probably like 2 years ago now. So they were still perfectly fine to use, and I lost them, and I have no clue what I did with them, and it made me so mad because it's not like, oh, I dropped them and I saw them, I don't know, go down a sewage drain or something. No, it's like I had them 1 second and then I didn't have them the next. And it's not even like, oh, I lost them at my house. So it's like, okay, well, they're around here somewhere. We'll come across them. Nope, they're in a parking lot somewhere. And I went back to that parking lot later and I couldn't find them. I have no clue. They might be in my truck, like under the seat somewhere or something. I don't know. I haven't even, I looked. I looked. Could not find them. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, so get a laptop, get a DAW, start cooking, get a sound system, get some headphones, get an audio interface if you need it. Um, and then maybe start getting some like instruments and whatnot, like a MIDI controller. Getting a MIDI controller is nice. Like I said, I the main one I really use is the Kai MPK Mini, just because it has the drum pads and it's very easy to use. You just plug it in and it works. Um, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, getting a MIDI controller is nice. And yeah, I don't know, whatever instrument else you want. Like if you have a guitar, get something to like. If it's an electric guitar anyway, you can like plug in and record from it. But that's you can do that with like an audio interface. Anyway, I need to go take a shower here in a second. When I'm done recording this episode, I'm gonna compress it like I normally do, and then I'm gonna hop in the shower while it's compressing. Cause it takes a minute for this stuff to yeah, it just takes a minute. This is gonna sound nerdy, but speaking of like video like compression and whatnot, I was on X the other day, and so if you don't know what FFmpeg is, it's like it's just a program that you use. It's a command line program. It's not there's no user interface with it. Um, but you can do like audio and video stuff, like file conversion or compression or it's very versatile in what it can do. Um, and a lot of things it's like integrated with a lot of things, and and a lot of places use it. I'll tell you who uses it. A lot of like streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, they all use the FFmpeg for like the video stuff. But I'm pretty sure there's a FFmpegs in VLC as well. I don't know. I don't know where it's all used and whatnot, but it's a very popular thing. And the people running the FFmpeg Twitter or X whatever, um, they they were getting in like this argument with like this other dude the other day, and it went somewhat viral. And it was just funny because he was basically saying this guy was like, if I made a patch for FFmpeg, um, how long would it take to ship? And the the official FFmpeg account replied, and they were like, "You could never make a patch. You would never make a patch that could replace what's currently in use." And the dude got all salty. He was like, "Oh, what? Like you clearly don't know my skills and my background and whatnot." And they were just like, "Yeah, no, you're not the hot shit you think you are." It was just funny. Um, and then people were like, "Oh, dude, software engineers are like one dude. He was like, they're so just arrogant and cocky, and that's not really the case. It's just I don't know. But it is in a way. Some people are like that, but that's just people. It's not like software engineers. That's just people are like that. Cause like doctors get that way. Some doctors get real cocky because they're like, "Oh, I went to medical school." Oh, blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, that's great. You went to medical school. That's great. You're a very smart person. But Don't act like that makes you better than me, because there's a lot of stuff in this world that you cannot know everything. You will not know everything. And um, what you are smart in, you might be better than most people. But there are things you are dumb in. I am dumb in a lot of things. And there's a lot of people better than me in those things. Um, I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know, but well, yeah, like medical stuff. Like I'm not the best with when it comes to medical. I'm no doctor, but I mean, I know a thing or two. Um, I'll say chemistry. I am terrible at chemistry. I just don't get it. I mean, I do, I get it to a degree, but I'm never gonna be a chemist. That was not in set out for me. um, Partly because I don't care. I don't care enough to learn the things to be a chemist. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, so yeah, humble yourself. Basically, is what I'm saying. You got to be humble. I try to be because I know I can understand. Like there's things I am good at. There's things I can do. But there's a lot that I'm not good at and I can't do, and I'm just not smart with it. And I am fine. I can accept that, and I can accept that we have limited time on this earth. Like I only have roughly 80 years on this planet. I'm already 23, so I only have another roughly 60 years or so. I'm not gonna spend my time trying to learn everything possible. I'll learn as much as I can in that time. But I know I'm never gonna be an expert on every topic. That's just impossible. Um, it's literally impossible. So I can accept that, and I'm fine with accepting that, and I'm fine with sacrificing knowledge, like in time. Like, all right, like okay, if I want to go be a doctor, you have to dedicate the time to go learn everything to be a doctor, right? I'm fine with not learning that stuff. I'll learn as much as I can about, like medical stuff, just because like it's good information to know. Like if there's an accident or something, like knowing CPR, like if somebody, gets into an accident and you got to do CPR on them, it's good to know CPR, like it's one of those things. But you don't have to know how to perform surgery. I'm not going to learn that. I'm not going to learn how to perform surgery on somebody, like a kidney replacement. I'm not going to learn that. There's no reason for me to. I'm not going to be a doctor. I'm never going to replace somebody's kidney. And I don't want to. I don't want to replace somebody's kidney. I'll get somebody else who is willing to learn it to do it. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to learn that. At least not to the degree that a real doctor would. Obviously, they're going to know everything they need to know about, a kidney replacement or some shit. But anyway, it's you get my point. I'm just not learning that. I'm not dedicating my time to that. Because there are other things that I am like that come more naturally to me that I can dedicate my time to. Just like tech stuff. Like tech comes somewhat naturally to me. Not and honestly that's kind of a lie. It doesn't come like completely natural to me. But I've put so much work into learning technology cuz I was in middle school and I decided I was like if technology and like this is crazy. This was honestly crazy that I was in middle school thinking this way. But I basically told myself I was like, um, when I was because all right, when I was a kid, there was not a lot of like computers or just technology in general. Like I grew up in the early 2000s. So we were only just then like getting computers and getting and I say that just that obviously like computers existed in the 90s and whatnot. People had computers, but like I grew up in a rural area with like low income rural area. People didn't have computers. Like no one had computers really. And no one really had like people had flip phones, but that was it. Like the smartphone had only like just come out and people weren't getting it. Um Later people started to, like I don't know, you get my point. But there was only so much technology out there in low income rural area. It's only so much. Just anyway, so I saw it. I saw it. Like I remember when the first few computers were being put in classrooms, and I remember when they made like the computer lab in my school, and they had like a computer lab, and that was crazy, and we never got to use it because like they didn't want us to break it. I don't know, but nah, we got to use it sometimes, but like it was only for like special things, and it was a computer lab, and you had to like schedule it and whatnot. Anyway, um, but yeah, I remember when like I thought it was crazy that we had like a handful of computers in the classroom. I thought that was nuts. Um, and I saw the growth of technology, and then when I was in middle school, I got my first iPhone. Um, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. It completely blew my mind. Like it's honestly it blew my mind. Um, and I was like, if this is where the world is going, right? Just more and more and more computers and computers and phones and phones and computers and phones and technology. I was like, I need to know this stuff. Like, I need to start learning it now. And so in middle school, I was like, I gotta do it. So I started messing with stuff, and I'll tell you what, this might sound stupid, but where like I really started to learn a lot was in Minecraft. That was where I learned a lot about technology and just how technology works. And the reason I say that is because I was the kid making redstone like computers and whatnot. So I was in this community where people would make computers and like we would share designs and whatnot for things. And don't get me wrong, like obviously redstone is very different from real electronics and real circuit boards and just how computers work. It's very different, but the principles are all there. The logic gates are all there. It's just how they look is different. But the anyway, and how they function, obviously, because it's a game. It's Redstone. It's Minecraft. It's not the real world. But so it is very different. But it's also not like you can learn a lot. I learned a lot about like logic gates and just different things like RAM, how RAM works, and how yeah, I don't know. And CPUs, how CPUs work, and with ALUs and uh, multiplexers. I don't know. I'm just naming random things. Just computer things. Yeah. So Minecraft. That's where I learned a lot. And then I was just, I did other things. Just learned other things. I learned how to like code a little bit. And then when I got to high school, I was in this thing, this like program, and
there was an intro to C++ course, and so I learned a lot from that, about how to like code C++. But it was only an intro. It wasn't like it didn't go fully in depth. But I did learn quite a bit from that. Um, and then I got to college, and I was just learning more. Learned a bunch about Linux. Learned a bit about scripting. Used Bash. Um, one of the like when I so I'm graduated now, but in my last semester, I learned a bit about cryptography and like how crypto systems work. That was very interesting. That was really cool. So anyway, you get my point though. Like over the years, I've just little by little learned more and more. I just researched things, and I have a good idea. I have a good understanding of how computers work, all the parts. Um, I don't know every minute detail. There's a lot I don't know, but I there's a lot I do know as well. Um, so yeah, but I started in middle school. I was like, I need to start now. I need to start learning this stuff. So I just started researching and had like a few buddies who, we would basically teach each other things. It's just like, help each other learn more and more. And yeah, I don't know. But there's a lot of people who are, of course, way better than me at tech and whatnot. They can do a lot more than I can do. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know why I got on this tangent, but the point is, so tech is like my thing. That's like my niche, I guess. And I'm trying to get into the technology industry, trying to work, get a job doing something tech. Um, oh, I also learned a bit of Java, how to program with Java. That's cool. It's very similar to C, just a little bit different. I learned a bit of assembly, and I can read binary pretty well. But the thing is, reading binary is not like you're not like reading words necessarily. You're just yeah, it's just numbers. Um, but like simple, simple binary is easy to read. Like 4-bit binary, it's very easy to recognize the digits. Like what number? Anyway, like the number 9 is 1 1 or 1001. Sorry, it's the number 9 in binary. 1001 or 10 is 1010. Wait, that's kind of funny. 10 in binary is 1010. That's funny. Anyway, 11 is 1011. Um, and yeah, understanding the bases and how like the bases work and hexadecimal and like being able to convert that stuff like in your head a little bit. Like that's very helpful. and necessary. Anyway, but there's a lot that I am dumb in. But I'd like to think that I'm decent at STEM stuff. I'm a very logical person. Can it just comes natural to me to break things down. Um, Pattern recognition. I am a pattern recognizer. I think it's a meme, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I don't know what else to talk about. I've been rambling. I need to go get some food. I'm hungry. It's almost lunchtime. Well, I have some food. I could eat some leftover food, or I could make something, or I could go get something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Guess I'm gonna shower first, and then I'll go get some food. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm talking about a whole lot about nothing right now, but that's what this is. I just be talking. Life is going all right. Could be going better. I'm not gonna lie, but it's going okay. It's not. There's a lot of people in very much worse situations than what I'm in right now, so I try to appreciate my blessings and take advantage of the time that I have on this earth. Cause, like I said earlier, we have limited time. There's not a lot of time on this earth. That's a sentiment that I've learned so heavily recently that there's not that much time in life. Like a year sounds like a long time. 365 days. But then when that like okay, when you break down one day is not that long. Like a whole day, days go by quick. Sometimes they go by slow, but like a day is not that long. And then when there's only 365 of those in a year, that's not that long. And you only have about 80 years on this planet. It's really not that long. It feels like a long time when you're a kid because you're in the middle of it. But then once it's done, like I'm 23 now. Once your childhood is done, it it feels like it went by in the blink of an eye. And I know that's a cliche thing to say, but that's true.
So if you're young right now, if you're like in high school, you're listening to this, or you're whatever, you're just young. Life moves fast. Enjoy it while you're there, because like uh, once it's gone, it's gone. That 5 minutes you spent, you know, doing whatever, or that hour you spent scrolling on TikTok or some dumb shit, you're not getting that hour back. That hour is spent. It's gone. It's done. You're not getting that back. And what did you gain from that? What what did you do? You did nothing. You learned nothing. You gained nothing. It was essentially just an hour completely wasted. Now, I won't say completely because like all right, if you work hard all day and then you come home, you know, make dinner and then you get in bed and you're just scrolling on TikTok for a bit, you need that time to just relax. Scroll on TikTok. You know what? You deserve it. You just chill out for a bit. But if you're just like doing nothing and then you go and get on TikTok, it's like you did nothing. I don't know. I try to accomplish something every single day, like something. Oh, I need to go fold laundry. Speaking of accomplishing things, I washed laundry last night and it's sitting in the dryer right now. I need to go fold that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, man. Uh, I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah, time is short. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on stupid stuff. Don't waste your time on stupid people. Because that's the thing. They are not worth your time. It might seem like it, or it might, but that's why they always say be the bigger person, just walk away. Just don't waste your time on dumb stuff. And don't waste your time on people who don't appreciate you and don't appreciate the time that you spend on something. And this kind of goes back to my earlier point about like don't waste your time making something bad. And you know what? Like uh if somebody thinks it's bad, that's fine. Um but don't waste your time making bad stuff. Like it's fine to make bad stuff. Like that's all well and good, but try to be better. Try to, you cuz you can in the same amount of time it took you to make something bad, you could have made something good. There's not It's an opportunity cost. It's like do you want to just make bad shit or do you want to actually get better and make good shit? I want to just get better and make good shit personally. So if I make something bad, tell me it's bad, you know? And chances are I already know. I know it's bad, but uh but I try to find value in everything. Like there is value in a lot of things. Where there may seem none, chances are there's something. But you gotta cut away all of the invaluable parts. Anyway, all right. Well, I don't know what else to talk about. I feel like I'm forgetting something though. What could I possibly be forgetting to talk about? I don't know, but I've mentioned this in the past few episodes. I got some projects on the back burner. Um, I need to wrap those up. I'll get those released sometime soon. I don't know when. I'm gonna try to do it by the end of the year, but it may be it may be a little bit. I need to take some time to just sit down and do it. And now that I have this audio interface, I can actually do that. Because what I the thing is, all right, where I'm at right now, I'm recording, this podcast. I have my PC here and I have my sound system. That was where I did like my mixing and mastering. I couldn't do it with my laptop because all I had was my laptop speakers. Well, now I have my headphones that will work because of this audio interface with my laptop. If I had plugged my headphones into the laptop, just straight into the laptop, it never worked. I don't know why. It just didn't work. I think it's because the headphones need like I think it's called like phantom power or something. I don't know. I really don't know why, but I got this audio interface now, so I can just be, you know, wherever, plug into my laptop and I can mix. Um, so yeah. So I'm gonna get these projects wrapped up sometime soon now that I have this thing. But I only got it like 2 days ago. And I talked about it last episode. I recorded that episode yesterday, so these episodes are coming out a week apart, but whatever. It's fine. It's good. I'm ahead. I'm ahead of schedule. I'm getting trying to get ahead of schedule so that I'm can you know be more consistent with this podcast. This isn't a podcast. No, be more consistent with this project, the Sharp Note. And why it's called the Sharp Note, I don't know. I don't know why I called it the Sharp Note. I just thought it was a cool name. Music themed, of course. And also, this is just like my notes, I guess. Like when I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. The Sharp Note. Man, 22 episodes. I was really worried that so like in historically, I would start something, I would do it for a little while, and then I would just stop doing it. And so I was really worried that I would do that with this as well, but I'm very happy that I've stuck with it and I've been relatively consistent with it. I know I've taken some breaks here and there and I've missed some weeks here and there, but I've been relatively consistent with it. I mean, I'm on episode 22 now, so um, and I'm trying to get ahead of schedule so that like it's just I'm not so pressed for time to record these episodes. Um, yeah. Not that this is like the most amazing thing in the world, but I think these are cool. These episodes. And so the past few episodes, the aspect ratio has been all types of messed up. I think I've got it fixed now, but I'm I'm halfway considering decreasing the aspect ratio or increasing. I don't know. Basically making it a thinner video so that there's like black bars at the top and bottom. Kind of like there was a couple episodes I did that I accidentally did that. I didn't mean to. I just accidentally did that when I was like doing the compression. But I kind of liked it. I liked the way it looked. So I'm thinking about just doing that, just to do it. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um, I'll try it out, and if it I don't know. I gotta play around with it just to get a good aspect ratio because I don't want like some dumb, completely random aspect ratio. I want something that like makes sense. Um, so yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, what was I saying though? Um, but yeah. So I was worried that I wouldn't stick with this project, the Sharp Note, but I'm glad I have so far, and I continue. I'm going to continue to make other episodes in the future. Um, and yeah, I know like I'm not getting a lot of views on these right now, but I don't know, maybe one day might get some views. Maybe, maybe not. May never get any sort of like viewership, but consistency is key. Consistency, consistency, consistency. And yeah. And this is a very easy project. I just plug my mic in. I already did so this background I did this in Illustrator. It's a very simple background. And this like audio visualizer that I have, I just downloaded a thing for OBS and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I just plug in the mic. I already have the scene set up in OBS with the sources and whatnot. And so I just click record and start talking. It's very easy. It's a very easy process. And then once I'm done recording, I compress the video and then upload the compressed version. And then I save the compressed version on a flash drive. I always delete the original. I don't know why. Well, honestly, because it just takes up so much space. It takes up a lot of space, like gigabytes worth of space to have the original. But the compressed version is like less than a gigabyte. So it's a lot easier to save the compressed version, and it's a lot faster to upload it because like uploading it only takes like a second, whereas with the original recording takes just longer to upload because it's more gigabytes.
But but yeah, the compressed version, like I said, it's less than a gigabyte, so a lot easier to store on a flash. I have a flash drive where I have all these episodes stored, so I have them all backed up. I have them all uploaded to YouTube, of course, but they're all backed up as well to this flash drive. And once I fill it up, I'll get another flash drive. I have some extras, but once I fill up this flash drive, I want to get an SSD, like an external SSD to like store stuff. But I'm debating between myself. So there are SSDs you can get which are good. Then they've got like external SSDs and they've got like a case on them and like you just plug it in and it works whatever. That's great. Um I've debated getting like one like that, or I've also debated there's this thing you can get where you can plug in like an M.2 SSD into it. It's like just a little. Yeah, anyway, basically what I'm saying is I could get like any M.2 SSD I want and then get this little like attachment to like plug into it and then it basically I make my own external SSD in a way. So that would be interesting. But I don't know how that works exactly and I don't know. And it'd be expensive. It's not well it's honestly cheaper than getting like just a normal external SSD. But yeah, anyway. So I want to get like a 2 terabyte or maybe a 4 terabyte or something. Something with a decent amount of space to store stuff because I want to put so right now I'm operating all out of like multiple different flash drives. So I have a oh sorry. I have a flash drive where I have all my sounds saved that I like make music with. So like all the sound packs that I've downloaded and whatnot. Some original sounds too, but I don't really use those often. Um, but I have quite a few sound packs downloaded that I use. Um, and I have them all stored on this one flash drive. And then all my projects that I have made, I have stored on another flash drive. So all I need to do when I'm like making music is I just plug these two flash drives in. I have all my sounds and I have all my projects. Um, and then this flash drive just has all of the SharpNote on it. Like this only has the video on it, the videos. And I have a few other flash drives for just different things. But these are my main ones for like producing stuff. Anyway, makes it a lot easier to have these different flash drives just to kind of store things and organize. But it's not like I am worried that one day one of these flash drives is going to get broken and I'm going to lose everything, all the data. Now there are ways that I even if a flash drive gets like a little broken, I can get the data off of it, but that's not guaranteed. And so I need to. That's why I kind of want to have this SSD to like back everything up to, because I might still just continue to use the flash drives. But then if I had this SSD, I could save everything to that, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it, and it'd be saved. It'd be backed up to another location. Ugh, anyway, but then I have this other project I need to do. Basically, there's this server. I have this old uh, PC that I used to use back in high school, um, and I'm trying to turn it into like a home server. I have all the parts I need. I just need to take the time to actually do it. I need to replace the motherboard, um, and I got a few extra sticks of RAM, so I'm gonna, put some more RAM on it. And yeah, but it's just I don't know. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take like a whole day basically, at least a few hours to get it all straight and you do it properly. And I just haven't taken the time to do it yet. But once I get this set up, um, the server, I'll have like tons of terabytes worth of storage. Um, that I can, use. Anyway, because I already have the drives. It's like, yeah, I have a few 8 terabyte drives among others, and then I can always get more. So we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, all right. Well, I've been talking for over an hour. I don't really have a lot else to say right now. Anyway, I appreciate anyone who watched. This has been the Sharp Note episode 22. 22. Um, if you know, you always win. Dude, that's a nostalgia 101 right there. You always win the YouTube channel. With I think their names are like Meaty and Guns or something like that. I don't know. They 22. Anyway, yeah, like I said, appreciate anyone who watched. I am Blitz. I will see you in the next episode of the Sharp Note. Later.